Hi guys, this is just a short introductory video regarding the project that I'm trying to undertake. So I've named this project as Kobo Antibiogram. So in this, I plan to be like a 2-week project where people can make an antibiogram and also learn how to use this tool called Kobo. So first of all, what is an antibiogram? An antibiogram is an overall profile of antimicrobial susceptibility testing results of a specific organism to a battery of antimicrobial drugs that we generally use. So in simple terms, what is it? So I've just taken a picture from the HICC guidelines for adults from CMC. So as you can see here, it's a antibiotic susceptibility profile of the bloodstream infection caused by Pseudomonas in this first column, as you can see. So here what they've mentioned is they've taken this organism Pseudomonas and seen out of this 133 people that they have out of the 133 cultures that have grown this Pseudomonas species, how many of them are susceptible to the list of antibiotics mentioned. So as you can see, 69% of the organism is susceptible to amikacin, whereas 97% of the same is susceptible to colistin. So it gives you a rough picture as to the susceptibility pattern of the organisms isolated in that region. So this is what an antibiogram is, according to my understanding. So first up, I'd like to tell you what this project I'm planning to undertake is not. It's not a publishable study that I'm trying to do. No, I'm undertaking this as a very small project on a very small scale and not really looking forward to publish it as a primary aim. Next, it's not a unified project. It's not some project that I'm trying to, collaborate with everyone, try to unite all the results and then get one big data. Reason being, I think these antibiotic susceptibility patterns have to be localized, especially much more useful when you understand what is the pattern in your own hospital. So I'm not planning this to be a unified project. So many of you said that you're interested in this project. So mostly we'll be doing it on an individual basis. So maybe somebody else from another mission hospital can do the antibiogram for their hospital, and I'll be doing it for my hospital, and so on. It's not an integrated project. So what is this project? So to me, the objectives of this project is first of all to create an antibiogram for your hospital. That's like the main reason why I'm doing this. I want to create an antibiogram for my hospital where I'm working. The next is to learn how to use Kobo Collect. I already learned how to use Kobo Collect in the internship project that we did, but I want to revise how to use this because it's a very useful tool and it can be helpful for further research or studies that you might want to undertake or audits that you want to do or any thesis in your PG. So I think learning how to use this Kobo Collect or Kobo Toolbox might be a very useful skill that we can have, which will come in very handy, especially with PG ahead of us. So what is the scope of this project, the so-called project? So the primary thing is to create an antibiogram for the hospital. So that's the same thing I'm going to keep telling again and again. It's not to make a study or some publishable study or to get some publication. You can get that, but that's not. You can try and use this tool set in order to get a publication, but that's not the main thing. So the first and foremost thing is to create an antibiogram for your hospital. The second scope, how this can be used, this project is, you can use it to just learn Kobo, especially like people who are already in CMC. We have our own antibiograms already made. So there won't be a need for you to create another antibiogram because it already exists. And I'm sure the microbiology department keeps updating it then and there. So, but if you want to learn Kobo, you can also join in. So if you just want to learn Kobo, you can still join in with the hopefully video tutorials that I might be putting like this, and then we can troubleshoot it on some WhatsApp page or some page on Telegram that will be created shortly for this project. So yeah, if you just want to learn Kobo, you can learn how to create a questionnaire using this Kobo, how to enter the data and how to analyze the data. Yeah. Then lastly, I'm just mentioning it like as a side note, you can speak to your hospital wherever you may be working, maybe ask them if they're interested in doing it as a project. But honestly, I don't see how an antibiogram itself can be a study on its own. I think it's something that's very essential for all the hospitals to have so that the use of antibiotics is proper. So I don't really see how this can be a study, but maybe you can use it as um, as a part of another study or something like that, where maybe you're taking care of you're in some surgical specialty and you want to know the infections or the antibiotic susceptibility to the surgical site infections or something like that. Then maybe you can speak to your hospital or speak to the seniors that you're working under, so get something equivalent to an IRB or some clearance from an ethical committee, and then proceed in line of doing a study or a research. Yeah, so that's it. So what do you need in order to take part in this project or to learn this Kobo and to create an antibiogram? So you, first of all, the link that I posted it's registering for the Kobo toolbox. So I will be putting all these links in the description below, and you can uh, go ahead and create your Kobo. The good thing is Kobo Collect is free, and so yeah, we can use that to our advantage. So the first link is that. The second link is the app that's available on Play Store. So the good thing about Kobo is you can create the form on the laptop, and then you can have the form in your cell phone, in your mobile phone, and then you can just enter the data wherever you are. You don't need to carry your laptop around, and that comes in so handy, especially like if you're doing some com health project. It's easier to, you always carry your cell phone, so you can just directly get the data from the field and enter it directly instead of printing a questionnaire and then asking questions and then coming back and then entering the data, feeding the data into the laptop. So this is so much useful, and when we use it for our internship project, it was really useful. We saved so much time, we saved paper, and all the forms. The good thing is these forms can be filled offline also. So even if you're in a place, like especially if you're doing a community study and you're in a place where network is bad, it won't be a problem. You can still use the offline mode and fill in the form, and then once you get the internet, you can upload the form. And I'll be taking you step by step as how to connect these things and how to collect the form and how to upload the forms to the internet. Then finally, you'll need your hospital's culture and sensitivity report. So get a blank form, find out what are the basic uh, antibiotics they check sensitivity for, and so you need to have that form with your hands in your hands so that you'll know what are the data you'll have to collect to do your project. So this is the end of the introductory video. So just take a moment, think if this is what you want to learn or if this is something you would like to try out, and you can have different objectives for yourself. But if you're willing to learn Kobo or you want to learn how to make an antibiogram for your hospital, uh, everyone is welcome, whether whatever your your endpoints might be. So feel free to join in. Yeah, thanks.